Hi, my name is Rob Betzel, and like many of you, I'm addicted to my email. I started off my career in the service side of IT, where we were taught to answer customer service requests as rapidly as possible, whether those came in by phone, text back in the day, and email. As my organization has grown, my role has changed. However, my habits and the way that I answer my emails has not. Because of that, I find myself being very unproductive, or at least very unproductive when it comes to those things that I should be accomplishing versus those things that others would like me to accomplish. I've begun recently to work to try to change that habit to one where email is a tool instead of me being a tool of it. To that end, a few things that I've done. I've turned off all sounds on my phone, no vibrates, no beeps, no tweets when emails come in. I've also stopped having my email open when at my desk, or at my laptop, or my iPad, or any other notification that emails are coming in. I schedule time each day to check my email. For me, I've determined that checking email around 10 a.m. and around 2 p.m., right before lunch and right after lunch, to be most productive. What I've found is if I check email first thing in the morning, I allow myself to get tied up into to-dos for other people. I also don't check it at the end of the day, because what I will do is I will carry home those to-dos and work on them instead of spending time with my family, which is as important as work. Second, what I've done is begun to further utilize the rules inside of Outlook to organize email into folders that is not my inbox. Folders that are buried beneath my inbox that I do not look at unless I've scheduled time specifically to those. While email rules in Outlook and other email locations work well, what I found is they limit the ability to truly look at the type of email and not just the sender or subject. I've begun employing a service called SameBox that allows me to further sort my email by those things that are not as important, or more importantly, newsletters and items that I could read later. Those items I will take time in the evening, 45 minutes after my children are in bed, to review items in that folder. I review them from the oldest to the newest in hopes of getting through as many as possible, preferably all, in one sitting. I've also found that by doing this, I'm able to dedicate larger blocks of time to those tasks that we as CEOs and leaders should be focused on, which are our clients, our employees, and our vendors. What I have found is spending time with my employees, my habit used to be every 5 minutes at lunch or in a meeting with them to check my email. What I was also finding is the time that I was spending with them was a lot less productive than I expected. Other things you may consider doing is you may consider allowing your staff to send instant messages. We utilize that internally for those things that can be quickly answered with one word or short answers. This is a work in progress, as it's replaced our email to some degree, but due to the space limitation of it, it has limited the long communications. What this does overall incentivize, though, is people to pick up the telephone. Now, to begin with, that would seem like a bad thing, that people would pick up a phone and call you and may actually disturb you more than they would is if they emailed you. I find that to be the exact opposite. I'd much rather take care of an issue live, right then and there between two people, decide on a course of action, and execute on it, than I would get an email, send an email, get an email, send an email, forward an email, wait for a response, wonder if the person I talked to understood what I expected them to do, and then have it executed or not. So in closing, email addiction is not the end of the world. However, it is one of the greatest limiters to small organizations growing to large organizations. It's also one of the greatest limiters to you being an effective leader. I hope you enjoy the rest of the Vision Summit, and I hope you find this and the rest of the presentations insightful.